Call the morning steam, it's time to break one for cover. That's gonna cover, that's gonna cash. Then we make the 100-yard dash to the window. I don't know what you thought. It's Ramon Scott, running so hot. Sports make money and we make money with sports money every single day. NFL, NHL, NCAA. Stay away from the juice, we might play a parlay. It's the morning steam. What? Ramon Scott, sports money. What? Wake your ass up and let's get to the money. Get to the money. You know how we do it.
All right, a pleasant good morning to you coming from the sports betting capital of the world, Las Vegas. This is Ramon Scott, and welcome to the Morning Steam Show for Saturday, April 5th. It's time for the Final Four today as we get ready for our last three games of the real college basketball season. We still got some Crown to talk about, but we're talking today, certainly Florida, Auburn, Houston, Duke. We've got, 9 hours or so to go before we get those games going. And we got a big day of sports action here on the Sports Money Network with our coverage of UFC action here from Las Vegas. Gets underway at about the same time, a little bit earlier, but great combination of games today, certainly with the Final Four and UFC action from Las Vegas. The guys will be here today at 5:45 Eastern, 2:45 Pacific. The UFC card pops off, at about, the same time. Basically, that first fight will probably get rolling right around the time it's time to tip off the Final Four. So join the guys. They'll be watching the game as well, but they'll have the UFC coverage here today from Las Vegas with that main event, featherweights between Josh Emmett and Lerone Murphy today here from the Apex in Las Vegas. And hopefully you guys will be able to come around with us and watch the action. I'll be in the chat, so join me there. And I have a package also of plays up for the UFC. I'll talk about that in just a moment. But we do have not breaking news, but big news. Certainly last night, what a moment for Alex Ovechkin and the Washington Capitals, but mostly for Ovechkin, the Capitals star, with 2 goals last night against the Blackhawks to reach 894. We saw the great one on hand there with the commissioner, saw the great one there with his wife celebrating. He'll have to go one more game. I don't think Wayne Gretzky's going to have to pay the $1,000 or more to get in the game against the Islanders on Sunday, but should be cool. He'll get that goal. They're going to set him up. They tried to set him up as best they could to get that game in the home game yesterday with those shots late peppering him there, but for Ovechkin, he ties Wayne Gretzky's all-time NHL goal-scoring record with 893, 894 to tie Wayne Gretzky, and basically the same amount of game. One more game than the great one, and we know it took him basically 1,200 more shots or something like that, they told me. So it'll be Capitals and the Islanders on Sunday as Ovechkin goes for that goal here. Man, I don't know, maybe they want to go back home. Maybe he won't get a goal, but everybody will be on hand as Alex Ovechkin goes for the record on Sunday. What a night it was last night. Really, really spectacular to watch there for Ovechkin. He's the star of the day for sure there. We did have that NHL card last night. We swept the plays here on the Morning Steam Show. I had the Detroit Red Wings there yesterday on the puck line. They got it done, obviously, in their game against Carolina. We had the Red Wings here on the show on the puck line, but they did get it done. We also had Washington on the puck line yesterday. I think they got there that 5-3 win. And we had the Islanders as well here on the Morning Steam show yesterday over Minnesota. So we swept the card with our NHL plays here. We had a big night in the NBA yesterday. Hopefully you were on board with me with the plays here on the show. I don't know if we missed yesterday except for maybe one game, but I think we amazingly had winners in a lot of games here yesterday in the NBA, including the Indiana Pacers to rock against Utah. They did get that money, laying that big number, and we had the premium pick winner on the over here. We also had a winner with the over, Sacramento and Charlotte here on the show yesterday morning. Also winner on the show, Boston Celtics over Phoenix. Easy, blew them out there yesterday. Also a winner here on the show with San Antonio plus the points against Cleveland. We also had Portland over Chicago. We also had a premium pick winner in that game on the under. Winner here on the show yesterday, New Orleans and the Lakers game to go over. Yeah, I think it went over. And we had the Lakers as our premium pick winner here. And we had the Clippers late night over Dallas on the show yesterday in a blowout. And we also had the premium pick winner on the under here yesterday for a winner. I didn't quite get there last night in the college basketball. I think my streak has come to an end here at the Final Four, although we're still alive on my futures play with South Carolina. We did see Connecticut blow out the UCLA. I said take the Bruins, but we also had Texas-South Carolina game did go over there. So we came to a stop there. Hopefully we get the men's games right today. We'll preview those top of the show. Major League Baseball also a lot of fun. A lot of winners yesterday. How about Team Steam consensus with a win with Detroit over the White Sox yesterday is Tigers get it done. You guys had it Team Steam consensus. I had the winner yesterday. St. Louis and Boston game to go over there. We saw plenty of runs in that one. Also, Padres and Cubs game to go under. I had the under in that one. You guys went with the Padres. I pivoted to the total. I wasn't sure. Cubs big favorite there yesterday. Also, we shared the winner. Team Steam consensus. New York Mets over Toronto yesterday. Good job there to get that one. Team Steam is Tyler McGill allowed just 5 base runners and no runs in 5 1/3 innings. Pete Alonso, that 2-run home run, stood up there in that one. Also, New York Yankees, a winner for me here on the Morning Steam show yesterday on the run line. And also a Team Steam consensus winner yesterday with we had it, Phillies and Luzardo over the Dodgers. How about that? Luzardo, 7 shutout innings, 2 hits allowed against the Dodgers. You had them, I had them, we had them, and I had the under as a premium pick winner. Yesterday, also, I had the winner on the show, Arizona, with Brandon Pfaadt. Nobody wants this guy. I had him. I had Arizona in that win yesterday over Washington. Also, Morning Steam winner for me yesterday with Atlanta over Miami on the run line yesterday. I had it. Now, once again, remember, I messed up, and you guys went with Baltimore, and I'd already picked Kansas City. You guys had them as a consensus play. Kansas City got the win again. I don't want to say that's might be 7, might be more, 7 in a row where we went opposite, and I've had the winner. You guys here. Also, yesterday with that game there, I had the over as a premium pick winner, Baltimore and Kansas City. I had the Texas Rangers on the show here yesterday against the Tampa Bay Rays, and also I had the winner, Cleveland and the Angels game to go over there yesterday. So a couple games maybe we didn't mention too much about, but Giants over the Mariners in 11. The Giants have won 5 in a row as they won their home opener yesterday. And what else? Brewers over the Reds not 36 innings without a run before they finally scored, but they didn't. They were even having trouble against Tyler Alexander yesterday. So thanks for joining me here on the show as we get rolling with our sports betting day, big day of sports betting action here. Let's go to the chat, say hello to some folks, and we got kind of a busy show here, so kind of got to get rolling. But we know the big action starts later this afternoon. Thanks for joining me, everybody, here on the Morning Steam Show. Who's here today to join us? Truth Teller, he says, hello, my friends. He says, I'm back. Thank you, Truth Teller. Great to see you in the chat. He's back. He's the Truth Teller, and I'm the Truth Seller. Joe W is here today. Good morning to Joe. Hey, here's my right-hand man. He's my Ed McMahon, Thomas Lewis. Like this video, subscribe to our channel, Sports Money, here on YouTube, fastest growing sports betting channel on YouTube as we get ready for this action. There it is. You see, it starts right at the same time here, pretty much, with our fights and then our basketball action here. Duke by 5, 136.5 against Houston there.
Final.
All right, great to have everyone here in the chat today, including AOD, ready to go here. Nice to have you, AOD, and those. He's celebrating with those Pistons this morning. I hope the Pistons are waking up here. They might have partied long into the night. Chill Will is here. Great to have Will. Old E today. Philly Eagle Flyer here as well today. Nasty Nate says, how about those Celtics and their pursuit here, and Celtics there yesterday. We talked about it. I had the winner yesterday with the Celtics over the Phoenix Suns. Yes, I rolled with the Celtics. Jermaine is here today as well. He was happy with that Phillies action. And who else is going to be here today? That might be it from everybody just having a good conversation in the chat here right now. B-Hawk is ready to go. He says the Padres today. Oh, they lost. Dodgers lost. It's all falling apart in the National League West. Rob Reeder, good morning. Daddy Beats is here today. And that might be it. Nick Handy, Charles Sharp as well today. We're going to have a fun day. There's Daddy Beats talking about those goals yesterday. Spoons, good morning and hello. Hope you have a great day today with the basketball and the baseball. And Joe Alvarado says, good morning from the Chicago Players there. Nasty Nate, did you have those Red Sox? He said, are you talking to me? I don't know. What did we have yesterday?
Final.
There. The game between the Red Sox. Let me take. I guess I could take a look. I thought we reviewed it. But of course we had the Red Sox on this morning's team show. We had them yesterday over the Cardinals with Bueller over Fetty. We had them yesterday. Of course we did. Yesterday. Come on. I had a big day, actually, so you guys might want to check me out over at winnable.com/Ramon. This is how you can get more plays from me today. I'm going to have my premium picks, including my UFC card is already up there right now at winnable.com. Don't forget, you could check out for members here on the Sports Money YouTube channel, the playbook from the guys. You can go to the posts tab and click on it, go to the playbook, get the plays from the guys, from Jeff, from Sub, from Mikey Money, and you can get the picks for today's UFC card for tonight's big fight between Emmett and Murphy in the undercard, but I've got my plays up and ready as well for just $3 over at winnable.com. You can subscribe all day for $4, get plays from me in other sports as well. including Major League Baseball, NBA, NHL. Today, get my best plays over at winnable.com. This is how you support me on the show. Got nearly 50 subscribers right now, and it's not a whole lot of money. Just $19.95 a month is 56 cents a day. So you do the math. I'm pretty much coming on here for free. I just want to see how many people are interested in getting my plays, and you can subscribe along with me. I also have some free plays over there every day as well that come in on some peripheral sports. We'll look at some other sports today as well. So please consider subscribing to these plays over at winnable.com. You can set the notifications. I send out a couple packages every day on the free side, on the paid side, and this is additional plays. I'm trying to give you winners all day long here on the show, but if you want plays for days, go over to winnable.com/Ramon and pick up my plays for today for the UFC action, and I'll also have some plays in some sports, but we'll go over some winners here for you right now on our show, previewing all the action here in just a moment. All right, and so go to winnable.com/Ramon. It comes right up on your phone. It looks pretty cool, and the plays are very easy to read and decipher. Don't have a lot of funny graphics or tickets like everyone to confuse anyone. Just very clean, crisp, clear, concise. When you go to winnable.com/Ramon, it looks just like that. You see me there. You can subscribe right there. $4 a day or $8 a week, $19.95 a month. And that's how you support me here on the show. There's also a free subscription over there and gives you some free plays. Hey, get you started there if you want to do it like that. And the plays just kind of come up there, and there's my UFC package right there, so you can get the plays if you want over there if you're a subscriber. Appreciate that. All right, use the promo code STEAM. That saves 20%. So the $19.95, it comes like $16. There's a little surcharge by the Winnable company on there. So please check me out. All right, say hello to a few more folks and then get this show started because we've got a full slate of sports everywhere. And let's see what else is here, what else is going today. And let's see here. Terrell says, remember the guy said the Cavs would play lazy and the Spurs would come back to win and not cover, and the opposite happened. Terrell said, I don't know was that me that said that? I don't think it was me because I had the Spurs plus the points there yesterday in that game here on the show. Good morning to Gerardo. We've got big time action right now in our soccer today, including MLS tonight. You know, I'll be probably involved in the MLS card, probably send out a package in that one. Internationally, a pretty big card. I'm focused on the American domestic sports. We just saw Arsenal and Everton in a battle, finished 1-1. We're also in action right now in Italy today with 3 games. La Liga right now. I've got Alaves right here going on against Girona. 1-0 Alaves leads that one. It's a 4-game card in La Liga. Action tonight in the Mexican Liga MX. My Tijuana Xolos lost last night in their game 2-1. Right now, Germany full on underway, just kicking off here with a 5-game card at 9:30 Eastern here. There's also an afternoon game with Frankfurt and Werder, but there's 5 games right now in the Bundesliga just kicking off. France League 1, 3 games today as well. So big card internationally here today on Saturday. All right. Anybody else here? Wine Times here. Jerry says, oh, Ramon, you missed that one. UConn just crushed UCLA yesterday. Yeah, UCLA said we just got our butts beat. That's all there was to it. And all right. I think that maybe can take care of some of it here. Let's just get started with the show and talk a little sports and sports betting here on our exciting day today, certainly. Like I said, don't forget, you can check out the plays from the guys. Go to the playbook if you're a subscriber and get that action for today with the UFC. Make sure you are prepared and ready for the action with the guys. We had a great time, of course, on Thursday with the action from the PFL League there, and we'll have a great time tonight as well. All right. Who else? We've got Tariq here, ready to go. He says, I won't be. Those guys are, elite. They don't need me to get in the way when they're. Although, maybe I earned my keep the other night. Had a good night on Thursday with those guys. All right, let's go to the action here right now. We're going to go to the Final Four. We're going to the Final Four to start us off, even though it's hours away. We got to go to the Final Four today. Let's talk about it here. We know we have 2 warm-up games, too. I'll mention real quick after we're done with this with the college basketball crown here in Las Vegas. All right. The Florida Gators and the Auburn Tigers in one semifinal here. How are you going to look at this one with Florida favored by 2.5 points here? The total 160 or so in this one. You don't need me to break it down. You probably have your own opinions here, but I'll give out my play as well. Both teams coming in looking pretty good. Everybody wanted to bury Auburn a little bit with the way they struggled down the stretch. They were kind of just 500 a little bit there the last few games in conference play until, then they, of course, lost to the Tennessee Volunteers to abruptly end their regular season or their tournament season, and then went ahead and ran off a 4-game winning streak here in the NCAA tournament, covering the last 3 games confidently against Creighton, Michigan, and Michigan State. So, I don't know, were we a little quick to bury the Auburn Tigers here? Does feel like now I'm on the Auburn Tigers to win the national championship. This is a tough game, man. I was worried about the way Auburn looked in some of those games. They've turned it around certainly quickly here, it feels like, at this moment. In fact, it's Florida that's actually failed to cover in 3 of their last 4 games, although they're on this 10-game winning streak, obviously. They were favored by some healthy points. They didn't cover Norfolk. They didn't cover UConn. They didn't cover the Texas Tech game. So, will this be a close game here? Like I said, I'm on Auburn to win the national championship, $50 to win 500 at the time when I took that futures play way back when. All my futures are gone except for this one, but still, Florida feels like the best team right now. They might feel like the best team overall to some people, maybe on a collision course with Duke. We know this other game is going to be great too, even though it's got a bigger spread. So let's see what you want to do here in this one between Florida and Auburn. Conference rivals, don't forget. That's also big here as well, because these teams have played already once this season, and it was 90-81. Florida got the win at Auburn. They were an 11-point dog in that game just 2 months ago on February the 8th. There, Auburn was an 11-point favorite at home. Florida went in and beat Auburn 90-81 in that regular season contest. Florida was an incredible 23-6 against the spread as a favorite this season. This is only the 3rd time Auburn has been an underdog this year. They did go 2-1 to the number. Auburn's a big-time over for the most part. 20-13 to the over during the regular season. As an underdog, they were 3-0 to the over in those games. Now, Florida been going over here of late for sure in 8 of their could be close. There were a couple games in there for Florida that maybe went under. It was very close. They've either gone over in 8 of 10, 9 of 10, or 10 of 10. 2 games were
Final.
right about there that kind of fell right within the number, and some people missed it. Some people got it. Doesn't matter. Florida's been scoring and having high-scoring games during this 10-game winning streak. So Florida's covered 4 out of the last 5 meetings between the two teams, and Florida's covered 13 of their last 17 games overall coming in. For Auburn, 9 of the last 11 meetings between these two teams have gone under. It's 160. I mean, we know that Florida high scoring, Auburn, reputation wise, high scoring as well. Like I said, Florida more of late, big time over, although during the season, they were 50-50 really over under. Auburn's just been kind of a consistent overall season, but Auburn has gone under in 5 of their last 6 games coming in. So a little bit of contrast there, and all time or recently, 9 of the last 11 meetings between these two teams have gone under. Let's go to the chat. See what you got here in NCAA Final Four today. Here should be awesome. And we're, of course, in San Antonio. Let's go to the chat here and see what we've got from the crew. Thomas is going to start us off. He likes the Gators here in this one. Tariq, Florida, and over. Daddy beats Florida and Houston money line and spread today. He's got his pick. Spoons. Auburn, Houston. That's his championship game, it looks like, today. He puts his picks in. All right. Tariq says, hey, I can start my day with some MLB and then roll right in. That's what I think the good plan is today. Could be some dogs today on our first Saturday of
Final.
Major League, or not our first Saturday, but because some teams are playing their first home series. You know what I mean? We had opening day yesterday for a lot of teams, home openers. Billy Mack says he's got Bournemouth here, top of the hours. We get ready for the action today. Here our should mention our EPL card. Check out Sub here real quick if you'd like, because Sub's got videos up right now for some action today in the EPL as we get ready for that big EPL card just moments from now. 3 games are about to pop off top of the hour in the Premier League with Wolves and Ipswich, Bournemouth and West Ham, Brighton and Crystal Palace. All right. Not much from you guys at all. I know this is really tough, you guys, at the NCAA tournament. I mean, closely rated. Wager Detective here says, how about under 159? How about Terrell says under? This one's got to be tight between these two. I'm with you. Let's do it. Not a lot of opinions from you guys in the chat. I know this game is tough, but I'm going to take the under as my play here. Like I said, 2 conference teams, right? It kind of feels like a football game, Florida and Auburn here. And let's see here. Not much from you guys at all here. A little bit of nerves from the chat all-stars. They're not willing to make a commitment here in the national semifinals in this closely rated game with Florida and Auburn. Give me the under here as my play in the first national semifinal. Go under 159. All right. And I think for the most part, you see a lot of 160s out there, but there's also some 159.5s. But let's call it 159 in case it moves. I'm on the under here in this one. All right. Well, I was hoping that the chat all-stars, like I said, very, very tough game. Let's move to the next one. Maybe you guys will have an opinion there, but looks like you guys might not be betting this championship game. I get it. It's tough, man, but hey, leave it to me. I'll make the plays here in the national semifinal, game number 2 between the number 1 seeds, just like the last one. Duke, host against Houston here in San Antonio. Better take note of that, right? In this one between Houston and Duke. Sure, I'm a Duke, a best player on the best team type of guy, but this one's look, San Antonio was in Houston. We know that Texas is big, but does feel like a bit of a home court advantage here for the Houston Cougars against this one. Duke travels. They've got great fans. We know that, and they've been there, done that. So is Houston for the most part. But again, we have always seen Houston kind of run afoul, run short, never get there, never come through when it comes to the Houston Cougars, but they're a dog here getting these points against Duke today. And let's see if you guys are more interested in this one between the Blue Devils and the Cougars. The Cougars have won 10 straight games coming into this one. They've covered 4 of their last 6. We know here in the NCAA tournament, Houston did not cover against Purdue. Remember, close game. They didn't cover against Gonzaga, although it was very close. They did rock Tennessee, held them to 50 points there. To kind of can make a comparison a little bit because Florida and Auburn also played Tennessee. But for Houston here, that 10-game winning streak is only offset by Duke's 10-game winning streak here coming in as Duke in the tournament here with wins and covers over Mount St. Mary's, Baylor, and Alabama. They didn't get the money against Arizona, won by 7 as a 9.5-point favorite. This will only be the second time this season that the Houston Cougars have been an underdog. Duke is 21-12 against the spread as a favorite this season. For Duke, they're also 7-3, or what did I say? 4-6, 7-3 in number. Their last 10 games overall. Houston just 3-7 against the spread, although those 3 games have come in the last 5. There. So let's see what you have in this one. Duke's gone over in 10 of their last 14 games, but Houston's gone under in 5 of their last 6. Let's go to the chat and see if you guys are making a play here in this one. I'll chat all-stars between Houston and Duke. All right. Curtis went with Florida there. Thank you, Curtis. Was worried. Nobody wanted to play these teams. And Jerry Jones says no one is beating Duke, not even the Houston Cougars. Tariq says Duke and the over, maybe Duke team total over. And Curtis here says over here in this one, I think. And Spoon says, give me plus 200 for a home team versus an ACC opponent. Says I gotta try it here. Look, should be a good game, even if Duke wins, right? I mean, come on, this feels like you got top seeds. Is Duke really head and shoulders above this whole 4-team field? I mean, we're not downgrading Houston all of a sudden, are we? If anything, where Houston's kind of sputtered out in the past, it feels like they've gotten over the hump here a little bit to be in this position against the Blue Devils. Jermaine says flag could get shut down by these Cougars. Wouldn't that be something? Doesn't feel like any team could really, truly shut them down, does it? Jerry says Florida and over in that other. Thank you, guys. I was hoping that maybe the YouTube was broken with the comments. Curtis, good morning. Wager Detective. Nice to see Wager Detective today. Awesome to have Wager Detective here. He says go over. Here in the game. I'm gonna go over with Wager Detective. I haven't seen him in a while. That's my pick. That was my pick. I'm not saying it like, oh, look, surprise, surprise. Look, Houston and Duke, they did meet last year. By the way, don't forget the 54-51 game that Duke ended up beating Houston. Remember, just 105 points was scored in that game. It kind of worries me a little bit, but with flag in there, I think it's a little bit different contrast, different type of game here a little bit. We know Houston's all about that defense here, but does feel like, with Duke getting these overs here. All right, and let's see who else likes this game. So no one, not much so far from you guys. Maybe some Duke here, but let's see. Oh, Thomas likes Duke here in this one. Okay, let's see here. Houston money line for Rob Reeder there. Thank you, Rob, for your pick in the game. Here's another Houston. So yeah, we got some Houston support. But Thomas says, Duke money line is a consensus play. Oh, all right. Okay, Team Steam, I got you here. I see it's money line, but wow, I saw some Houston there. Terrell said. Houston locks down every team, they'll keep it tight. But uh, Thomas says there's enough here to consider that Duke on the money line is a consensus play. Good luck to you guys in that. All right. And let's see here. Truth Teller says maybe it's Auburn and Duke. Teresa says I'll take Houston plus those points. And Spoon says Flags look really good against those tough ACC defenses. They're not too far off from a team like Houston, I think is what he's saying there. And let's see what else. Cougars for Jermaine. So, okay, you guys are on them here. Consensus play. Duke on the money line. I'll give you that much. But does feel like, man, this should be a great game. All right, I guess that's it from the chat all-stars there. Good luck in the Final Four. All right, I'll cover just the other two games of the day because I think college basketball fans may just be checking them out to get warmed up a little bit for the college basketball Final Four today. We've got action at the College Basketball Crown here in Las Vegas, and both these games are on the Fox, the big network. That was kind of their plan here. I think they took their conferences and made their little tournament because they don't have any postseason. So we know this has been kind of a funky tournament for a lot of folks. But we've got Nebraska taking on Boise State here. Boise State was my pick to win this tournament. So I'm probably going to consider them here in this one at laying just 2 points. Both teams with a couple of their wins here. But Boise beat George Washington and Butler. They didn't cover against Butler and the 193 win again with 8.5 point favorite. But I'm going to end up on Boise State in this one to beat Nebraska. Laying 2 points here, that's good enough for me. I'll take Boise. I've got them to win this event, so they're going to have to win this one, and I'll take them to cover a couple of points here against Nebraska. Nebraska's done a pretty good job as well here at the Crown covering against ASU and Georgetown. So they are actually 2-0 in their against the spread. And there are 2 games where Boise failed to cover here in this one. So total pretty high here actually, but I think I might have a premium pick or so in that one. Let's see if you guys are interested here in the College Basketball Crown here today. And they'll play this one a little bit down. They'll play this one, down here again this week. Okay, gotcha, Spoons. All right, I'm just reading comments. I don't read into the numbers there. Okay, let's see here. And Nuke says, I've got Florida to win it against Duke on Monday night. Teresa on Florida there. And Rob says, it's always been a problem for Houston, maybe in the scoring department. Okay, here's a Boise for Teresa and the over. I think James Parham likes the over in the College Basketball Crown game. And I'm on Boise State. I've got them to win the College Basketball Crown. So let me take them here in this one. Okay. And one more of the College Basketball Crown real quick with Central Florida. taking on Villanova. You see what I talk about, these big you got Big 12 and Big East here in this one. For Villanova, it's been a bit of a revelation here. They're actually kind of playing inspired. I kind of belittled it and said, hey, Villanova, they got a coaching change coming up. They probably got some personnel. They've kind of rallied around this situation and look pretty good here all of a sudden in this tournament. They're playing for that money. They beat USC, did not cover. They only beat them by a point. They beat Colorado, though, and got the money against them for UCF. They were able to upset Cincinnati. We had Central Florida in that game against Cincinnati. They were 7-point dogs. They won by 6. They won by 8. And I think I said 6 when the game was going on is what it was. Or they beat Oregon State, did not cover in that one, but you do have here Villanova favored by 3 over Central Florida. I really like the way Villanova's looking here right now. And even though I have Boise, I'm sticking with them. I mean, it's just a little tournament here. Mini tournament is what I'm kind of calling it. But I like Villanova here to win this game. I want to say maybe handily. I don't know if it's enough for a premium, but I'm going to go ahead and lay 3 points here with Villanova today in this one. Look, Central Florida, they've won 6 of their last 9, went 5-1 against the spread in their last 6 games. Overall, Villanova's won 6 of their last 8 coming into this one. I'm going to take Villanova today. Chat All-Star. You guys have more opinions on the college basketball crown than you do on the real NCAA tournament. That typical gambler, I don't want to call you guys hardcore gamblers, but if you're watching this show, you probably are. Nasty Nate likes Nebraska to beat Boise today. And James Parham, hello. Sports money is money. Good morning to Justin. Great job on the Monday. I watch him on that Monday show there across the street. Always great to see Justin on the air. The Nukes with me with Nova. And UCF, though, for Justin today. So we're kind of going against one another there. And man, we and Justin are going heads up. Oh no, today. Nasty Nate with Villanova, James Parham with Villanova, Tariq with Villanova as well. Nukes with me on Boise. Amazing that you guys are I see more picks in the college basketball crowd than I do in the NCAA tournament. Maybe it's a little bit easier, with those number 1 seeds in the tournament makes it tough, I guess, huh? All right, that's it for college basketball. Let's get it ready. We'll go with the NBA in just a moment, but I'm going to want to go to Major League Baseball first. I think to me, that's kind of one more. Teresa, UCF there. Justin likes Auburn in the big game today. All right. I'm going to Major League Baseball first here. I get Justin's plays up there. All right. I'm going to Major League Baseball here. We got a big day card, of course, and hey, it's baseball season. We know the NBA and NHL kind of winding down. We want to get to those playoffs here in the next 2 weeks. And do have some steam coming in right now in the NHL. We'll pass it along to you here with the New Jersey Devils taking the steam against the Rangers. They were $1.20, probably going up to $1.30 or so with the New Jersey Devils. First game on the board here in the NHL, taking that steam.
Final.
All right, let's go to the major leagues right now and take a look at the White Sox taking on the Detroit Tigers. Here in this one, let's get the show started with our coverage of MLB. All right, for the White Sox and Martin here in this one. White Sox come in 2-5 right now. For Detroit, they are 3-4, coming in here off of a win there. White Sox have lost 3 straight all of a sudden. Detroit did beat the White Sox 7-4 in the series opener there yesterday. Detroit's home opener in that game. And for Martin, they did lose. The White Sox lost his first start, but he did pitch well in that game. For Olson here, for Reese Olson, they did lose his first start. He got roughed up pretty hard. He's got a 7.71 ERA coming into this game, a 222 batting average against, a 250 BABIP coming in. He had good strikeouts, but some walks in there for Olson. Let's see what you have here today. MLB, get ready for your plays in Major League Baseball. Let's go to the chat if you're ready. I see some comments coming in. This is where we get down to business in the major leagues. Detroit's won 13 of the last 16 meetings between these two teams. These two teams have gone under in 7 of the last 10 games when these division rivals have met in Detroit. We're going to the comments here in this one. Justin says, I've got the Tigers under 3.5 runs in the first 5, or the game total, 3.5 runs, first 5. Thanks, Justin. Teresa here is on Detroit. And Truth Teller says, I don't like winnable. Well, I don't care what you think, buddy. Truth Teller, that's how I give out my best plays. So if you want the free plays, we're here every day giving out free plays. I'm going to give you a free winner in this game in just a moment. All right, here, Jermaine not liking Reese Olson. And Oldie likes the Dogs. Is that in the basketball? We won't stop is here today. Sports money is money. Terrell says Detroit wins it 4-1. And Tariq says the under didn't work out yesterday. I know, right? So I think I want to come back with the truth. Tariq says under here. That's where I'm kind of leaning here with Martin and Olson today. Let's see what you guys have here. Finish it up. Let's see. Thomas is on Detroit. Teresa here got her plays in there, I think. Or those the winners? Oh, no. Yankees, Texas, Cleveland, Atlanta. Take it to the bank. I got money in the bank. All right. No, I don't anymore. Not after this week. We're out of money. All right. The White Sox here. Big O! Tigers run line. I'm on the under. I'm taking the under in the White Sox. For Truth Teller special, give me the under in this one. Tigers run line here for Twisted. All right. Next up, we got the Astros taking on Minnesota here. We've got Spencer Arrighetti here going up against Bailey Ober. Minnesota favored $1.30, it looks like right now. 7.5 over at -115. A little bit of a move. Let's update that. 130, 7.5 over at 115. And let's take a look at this one with Houston coming in 3-4. Minnesota just 2-5 so far this season. We saw there Minnesota yesterday in that home opener. Houston got the win, 5-2 in that one. For Arrighetti coming in, he's 1-0 so far with a 1.5 ERA, 0.5 WHIP, 0.71 BABIP. Look strong in that one. For Ober here, he did get the loss in that first game and got roughed up pretty good, having trouble with walks. Got beat up in that opener here, but maybe they can get it here at home. Let's see what you guys have in this one with Houston taking on Minnesota. Houston's won 5 of the last 7 meetings here in Minnesota between these two teams. Let's see what you got, though, if anything, here in this one. And we've got, let's see here. Detroit and under there for Jermaine, maybe in that one. Here's Astros for Twisted. Justin likes the Astros in the first 5. He's got a little action on Jordan here. Fernando likes the over in this one. Tariq likes the Astros here. Man, you guys are all over the Astros in this game. I get it, I guess. Here's Teresa says, take Spencer Arrighetti, it looks like. Houston and Houston first, all over Houston, you guys. All, man, okay. Terrell says he likes this offense right now of Houston. They come in averaging just 2.4 runs per game so far. It's been a problem. They're 2-4-1 to the under. Twins are 4-1-2 to the over. Twins are only averaging 3.1 runs per game. I thought the offenses were off to a rough start. Here's Robert Franklin, Astros first five money line. Big O likes the over here. And Jermaine says Astros money line over was losing late last season and not looking good. Yeah, and he has it. And Thomas says the Astros are a consensus. Okay, that's fine. You guys take the Astros. I'll pivot to the total here in this one. Not going to go against you guys because I don't want you guys to lose. Because I've been getting okay, I've got the under here as my play. Give me the under. 2 unders for me so far. And I love, truth teller and I love spaghetti. I love any Italian food pretty much. Well, I take that back. There are some I don't like. Okay, Edmonton has taken some steam here in this one today against the LA Kings. How about that? Edmonton was getting $1.60. They're going to be down to $1.50 here. It looks like the Edmonton Oilers are taking the steam here in this one. Oh, we've got a goal here already by Crystal Palace against Brighton. Just 2 minutes in the third minute. A goal here for Crystal Palace against Brighton. Wow. All right. Let me set up some of these games so I have something to look at here when I'm in between segments. Okay, Charles Sharp is on the Astros here in this one. Thank you, gang. Teresa likes Montreal in that game. And she's ready to go to the hockey today. She likes Montreal. Oh. All right, and what do we got? Big O's. I don't have any soccer to report here for me. Most of some of the best action getting underway for me. Big baseball, big hockey. I'm not making it to the international soccer. I probably will have. I always start domestically here, so usually I'll start with the MLS. Even I don't do it because I think it's some. I just like to stay. That's our league here in the United States. That's where I start my soccer coverage. I'll probably be able to get an MLS card off tonight, and it'll probably be in my free winnable today. All right. And but Sub did have some picks there in the videos over there at the YouTube under the videos tab here. Okay. There we saw the Astros are a consensus play. Good luck with that. Next up is the Padres taking on the Cubs here. You got Nick Pivetta, looked pretty good in his first start with the Padres. Padres lost yesterday for the first time. So are the Dodgers. Padres are 7-1. The Cubs are 6-4. They've won 4 in a row. Cubs are looking good. You got Boyd here, the left-hander, going up against Pivetta in this one. Neither pitcher has allowed a run yet so far in their first starts of the season here. The Cubs are averaging 6.3 runs per game so far. Padres averaging 4.6 runs per game. Padres allowing just 1.8 runs so far this season. Cubs got the win yesterday, however, though. Great job by the Cubs to beat the Padres 3-1. Get that winning streak going. The Cubs so far here, they're 3-0 as a favorite so far this season. Padres, that was their first road game of the season. So, Pods still pretty good coming in, but the Cubs and Padres have gone under in 9 of the last 12 meetings between the two teams overall. 4 out of the last 5 meetings between the two teams here in Wrigley have gone under. Take a look here. This is Wrigley Field after all. But sneak a peek at the weather, 7 under 25, probably tells a story here in this one that wind probably coming in just a little bit. Let's take a look officially here and check out the weather if I can in this one. All right. Let me go to the chat here as well and get these plays from you guys. But let's see here. The weather today, wind blowing in 7 miles an hour from left field, temperature in the about 48, 49 degree range here today in Chicago. Let's go to the comments from the chat, see what you got. Tariq's on the Padres here. Thomas is on the Padres. Chosen one likes the under. Teresa says the Padres can bounce back here. Here's Philly Eagle Flyers score tied bets here. I'm not too, I can't really get these here in Vegas. So, but Philly Eagle Fly, I think these are DraftKings props here. Let's see. Jermaine says the Padres were minus 125. Now, that might be their team total there. Terrell says he's got the Padres here, coming straight from El Cajon. And maybe Boyd here, maybe Twisted can go with the Cubs. Philly Eagle Flyer on the Padres. Does seem like the Padres are a pretty popular play with you guys. Justin likes Tatis to get those total bases there. And I think that might do it from you guys in the chat. Man, Padres, maybe not quite I don't know if there were maybe one or two Cubby backers there in this one. So let's see here. I'm going to take the Padres today to win over the Cubs. Give me the Padres. See a lot of support there from you guys. All right, next up, the Dodgers. They're taking on the Phillies here with Roki Sasaki here in this one for the Dodgers, taking on the Phillies here and Aaron Nola. Sasaki did get touched up a little bit in his first start of the season. He comes in with a 5.79 ERA. He got hit in the second game as well. I think there was even some talk maybe he wasn't, ready for this rotation, but you're going to roll with him right now. They've won both games he's started, so that's all you can ask. For Nola here, they lost Nola's first start. He's got an 8.4 ERA so far. Now, Sasaki has a 2.7 whip. That's not good. He is having control issues so far. One of the wildest pitchers in the league so far this season for Sasaki. Phillies won the game yesterday, 3-2 to stop the Dodgers' 8-game winning streak, and don't slouch on these Phillies. They're 6-1 right now. Phillies have gone 2-5 to the under. They've gotten great pitching here so far as well, allowing just 2.7 runs per game. Dodgers are allowing 2.9 runs per game so far this season. So what do you have in game 2 here with the Dodgers and the Phillies? Dodgers have lost 7 of their last 8 games against Philadelphia overall coming in. So that's something. Go to the chat here with the Dodgers and the Phillies today. One of the featured games of the day for sure with Sasaki and Nola. Hello, okay, chat. Here we go. We've got here. Let's see what we got. Oh, Thomas says the Padres were a concern. Oh, boy. Wow. You guys are on one with me here finally. All right. Here's D Money. Hi, D Money. Nice to see you, my friend. And here is, let's see who else. Jermaine, Phillies team total over, Dodgers team total over. Big O's got the soccer covered. Thank you, Big O. Toucan. He wants to go to the AHL. He's got Calgary and Ontario over. Nice, Toucan. Appreciate that. And Teresa, Phillies run line there. Philly Flyer says those are FanDuel props. Okay, thank you, Philly Flyer. I'm in Vegas, so we don't get those. Thomas is on the Phillies here to keep it going. And here's Philly Eagle Flyer on the over in the Dodgers game today. Mm-hmm. And I'm on with Philly Eagle Flyer. I think that's my play right there. Over in the Dodgers and the Phillies. Here's Tariq on the Phillies first 5. Curtis is on the over. Justin's got Schwarbs to keep on hitting right now. Jermaine says take Mookie to go over. Twisted Phillies here. And Terrell says the Phillies will win. All right. I'm going to take the over here in this one. Next up, we got one more here. Oh, we got Fernando. Hello, Fernando. He's got Real Madrid team total over in their game. In their game here coming up. This one starts in 2 minutes against Valencia. Next up. Got the Diamondbacks taking on the Nationals here. We got these National League West teams on the road here with Rodriguez here going up against Mitchell Parker of the Nationals here in this one. The Nationals have lost 4 in a row all of a sudden coming in. Diamondbacks won yesterday in the series opener 6-4 in an over as the Nationals ended up with that 4th straight loss. Remember, they got swept by the Toronto Blue Jays now, and Washington is all of a sudden 1-6 on the young season. Arizona comes in with a 5-3 record here. The total in this game, I believe, has gone up a little. No, mostly 9 flat here. $1.35, $1.30, 9 flat here for Arizona on the road here against all of a sudden the struggling Nationals. Let's see what you guys have though here in this one. Widely reported steam did come in on the over here. The one win that the Nationals did have. Mitchell Parker did pitch in that game, and he did pitch well there. He did not allow a run. Rodriguez comes in here with a 5.06 ERA, but they won in his first start, did the Arizona Diamondbacks. So let's see what you might have here with Arizona and Washington. Arizona has defeated Washington in 5 straight meetings between the two teams. 4 out of the last 5 meetings between the two teams have gone over. Arizona's gone over in 4 of their last 5. They're 5-2 to the over so far. Arizona's 3-1 to the over on the road. Washington is 3-1 to the over at home. They're 0-3 on those 3 road games that they had at Toronto, but all these other games have gone over, so they've been at home. Let's go to the chat in the game between Arizona and Washington right now and see what you got. We've got Doge is here today. Hello. Teresa is on the Diamondbacks. Here's Thomas on the Diamondbacks here in this one. Jermaine says Parker will get the win for the Nats at home. Twisted's on the Diamondbacks here. And we got a little prop action here from the crew. Tariq says Diamondbacks team total to go over here. Okay. Oh man, I don't know if I would. I kind of wanted to drift to the under here in this game, but at 9, I'm going to go under. I got to go. I'm going under here in this one with Arizona and Washington. The Yankees are taking on the Pirates with Marcus Stroman on the mound here against Brady Falter. In this one, the Yankees come in 5-2. The Pirates are 2-6 already this season. Oh boy, that's okay. Yesterday in the game, it was 9-4. The Yankees bombing again, bombs away. For the Yankees here right now, they are averaging 8.9 runs per game. The Pirates 2.9 runs per game. Both teams are averaging 5 runs allowed so far this season. I think we've got a goal here for Ipswich. Man, Ipswich here with a goal. All right. Let's talk about this one with Stroman coming in a 5.79 ERA, but the Yankees did win his first start in and over. Falter comes in with a 3 ERA, but Pittsburgh lost his first start there. It did go over as well. See if you like anything in this matchup. Yankees have won 7 in the last 10 meetings between the two teams. Overall, those seven of the games went over the total when they've uh, faced off with the Yankees in this interleague play series. Yankees $1.60 right now, 9.5 over here. This has been a pretty substantial move to the over here, is what it feels like. Better update it. There we go. Pardon me, gang. For sure, we've seen a move to the over here. Yankees are 5-2 to the over thus far. Pirates are 3-5 to the under, but there was their home opener yesterday. It did go over. Well, let's just go to the chat. See what you have here. In this one, we've got Philly Eagle Flyer on the Yankees. And Jermaine says Marte he doesn't expect Marte in this lineup or in the you know what I mean. Pardon me. Thomas is on the Yankees here. Twisted Yankees run line. Jermaine, Yankees team total under. Terrell says go over here in this one. Robert's on the over here. Spoon here says the Yankees will blow the games. The Yankees blow open. The small bats are hitting. All right. And we've got Tariq on the over here. And Doge has a little parlay here. All right, I'll make my call in this one. The Yankees did take the widely reported steam. James Parham's on the Yankees. Spoons may lay 1 run here with the Yankees today against the Bucks. And I probably got to do it too. I might lay the 1.5 here on the show right now, as a matter of fact, as my play. Give me the New York Yankees to continue here and roll right now. Does feel like they're mashing pretty good, and these Bucks are struggling. So I'm going to go ahead and take the Yankees on the run line actually here today in this one at -1.5 at plus money. No, I'm sorry. I think they're actually about to pick them on the run line, but I'm going to take them here. Give me the run line with the Yankees. Okay, let's see here. Next up, the Orioles are taking on the Royals, and Sugano here in this one. The import here didn't look too good. I don't believe in his first start. He has a 4.5 ERA in that first start. The Orioles did lose that opener with Sugano here, Waka for the Royals, a 2.25 ERA. They lost his first start as well. The game ended up going over. Waka did have some um, control issues in his first start. Royals here, this one almost a pick 'em right now. Royals are favored here, and the total is 8, maybe 8 under 15. We're seeing at a few spots, could be moving down here a little bit. The Orioles have lost 3 in a row coming in. They lost the final 2 to Boston. They lost this game yesterday, 8-2. We did have the over as our winner here yesterday with Baltimore and Kansas City. We also had the Royals here on the show. You guys went against me yesterday. You guys were on the Orioles. I was on Kansas City. Kind of like them again here today. Let's see what you guys have in the game between Baltimore and Kansas City here today. Kansas City's actually won 4 out of the last 6 meetings between the two teams. 4 out of the last 5 meetings between the two teams here in Kansas City have gone over. And let's see what I'm itching my back here. Let's see what you got. Teresa here, maybe on. Teresa here, maybe on Kansas City is what it feels like there today. Tremaine says, "What hand is Sugana? What hand is he? He's a right-hander." Big O is on the over. Twisted likes the Orioles to bounce back. Teresa likes the over here with Kansas City, and Spoon says they do have some good experience here, some success, it feels like. Spoon says Orioles have had success here against Waka. Let's see what those numbers shake out to be. I know Spoons has them probably at the ready, but I'm going to take a peek as well at some of the hot matchups here today. Let's take a look at these with going up against Waka here. The lineup here is 27 for 105, 8 home runs there off of Waka, 257 batting average for this lineup. 875 OPS overall. Thomas is on Kansas City here in this one. Jermaine likes the over here. Big O says could have some weather issues in this one between Kansas City and Baltimore. We've got winds blowing in on 15 miles an hour or more straight in from left field today here in Kansas City. Tariq's on the Orioles. Teresa's on the over here in this one. I better make my call here in this matchup. All right. See any more from the chat, or am I just going to have to make the you make the call? I'm taking the Kansas City Royals here today in this one. All right. Twisted leaning under. Here we go. Next up. The Cardinals are taking on the Red Sox here. Andre Palante going up against Fitz. Here for the Red Sox. The Red Sox are favored with this young pitcher on the mound today. For the Red Sox here, they come in with a record currently of 4-4. St. Louis is 4-3 coming in, but Boston's won 3 in a row, including that home opener yesterday, 13-9. They held on in that wild one. Cardinals even with a mild threat late in the game, but it was the Red Sox getting the win yesterday in that matchup. We did have the Red Sox yesterday. You guys had the Cardinal, or no, I'm sorry, I had the over as my play in the game here yesterday on the morning's team. All right. For the Cardinals coming in, they've lost 3 of their last 4. They lost 2 to the Angels, man, and they lost that road opener. Should note that the Cardinals are 3-1 as an underdog so far this season, although Boston 3-1 as a favorite. For these pitchers coming in, Andre Palante is 1-0, actually, with a 3.6 ERA, 1.2 the whip, 210 batting average against, and a 200 BABIP for Fitz. Good control here as we talk about it for St. Louis, for the Red Sox here. Fitz a 4.5 ERA and a 0-1 record so far. Comes in with a whip of 1.0 and 261 batting average against for the Boston Red Sox. Coming into this one, let's go to the chat, see what you have between the Cardinals and the Red Sox here today in this one. Palante and Fitz. And let's go to the chat right now. See, we'll take a look at some of these plays. Thomas says the Red Sox still can be tough at home. Teresa's on Boston here. And Spoon says he likes the batter versus pitcher there over there at Swish. I don't like the Swish as much but I use basically three sites. They got the Swish, you got the Roto Wire, and the Ballpark Pal, I think, is, to me, kind of is like the easiest for me to read, for an old man like me to read, it feels like. But those feel like the best for me there. But does anybody have any other favorites that they use? Remember, they used to have, my favorite was, what did we use a couple of years ago for the batter versus pitcher? Remember, it was really good, and it was really crisp, clean, and concise, and you could actually look at the lineups with all. But I don't know if they have the two best sites seem to have gone away. So for me, when I look at batter versus pitcher, I like the Swish, but for me, I'm too old. I think the text for me is a little bit too hard to read on the Swish, so I go to the Roto Wire. I think is a little bit easier for me to read, and then the Ballpark Pal as well. But Ballpark Pal only does a 3-year sample size. That may be enough, actually. I mean, who wants to, especially when you got some of these pitchers like Verlander? Who cares? They pitched against a guy 8 years ago or something, but I think that's probably my three, but mostly the Roto Wire, I think, for me. And then I also like that Ballpark Pal for the batter versus pitcher. So you guys tell me what your favorite batter versus pitcher sites are, if you have one. Here's Justin. He likes the Royals. And
final.
Let's see here. Jermaine, Cards, team total over. Spoon says Palante was an anteater, everybody. Cardinals first five for Tariq. Fangraphs is Jermaine's favorite. Here's Doge on Cards, first five. Teresa is on the over here. And there's some other ones that Spoon says as well. Same with Baseball Savant. A lot of great numbers, but man, it's kind of hard, I wish they try to make their sites all fancy looking. Can't they just make the text a little bolder for old man like me? Jim's on the Red Sox here. I'm just whining. I like them all. All right. Textiles says he just goes to ESPN. All right. Gosh, they used to have that one where they just kept the lineups. I had it in lineup order. That would be the best. I don't think there's any site where you could actually look at the lineups together. They used to have one 2 years ago. I can't remember what the name was. They even said, they put a notice up says, we're shutting down our site. Nobody reads our site. I went to it every day. It's kind of like Yogi Berra. Nobody goes anymore there. It's too crowded. All right. I better make the call here in the game between St. Louis and Boston here today. I've got the over here in this one as my pick with St. Louis and Boston. Again. Hey, that's it for the day games in Major League Baseball. Let's go to the night card now and take a look at this one between Tampa Bay and the Rangers here. Rangers come in 6-2. Everybody wanted to bury these guys before the season even started. Now look at us. Rangers 6-2 coming in after a couple of wins. They beat Tampa Bay yesterday, 5-2. They beat the Reds, remember? Back-to-back 1-0 games. For Tampa Bay here, a couple losses in a row. They did win that series over Pittsburgh here, but Taj Bradley on the mound going up against Jake DeGrom in this one. For these two, look at that. What am I doing here with this matchup with DeGrom? I've spelt his name kind of wrong there. Remember, he's a lowercase d, I think. I think he's a lowercase d to start there. Okay, I think that's right. Come on, Jake. All right. Shouldn't be, but I think that is technically correct. I kind of want to. He's only been around for 10 years. I mean, you'd think we'd be spelling his name exactly like he has it, but I think it's lowercase d, uppercase G here. I'm kind of I'm a stickler for that stuff. Okay, so for the Rangers here, $1.70. Jake did not allow a run in his first start. No ERA, a .8 whip, 118 batting average against. Here, we had a pretty good start for Taj Bradley. They won his first start. 3 ERA, .83 whip, 227 batting average against here. Tampa Bay's lost 2 in a row after that good start at home. And we'll take a look here at some of the numbers between these two in this interleague battle today between the Rays and the Rangers here. We'll go to the chat also, see what you guys have in this one. Rays have actually lost 5 straight meetings against Texas overall. 5 of the last 6 meetings between the two teams have gone under here in this series. Let's take a look at the chat right now and see if you guys, not much. Thomas is on the Rangers here. Let's see here. Hi, Nate Cerna. Nice to have you today. Nasty Nate says the Red Sox will smash today. All right. Not much maybe from Philly Flyers got a nerfy here in this one. And we'll probably maybe get to our nerfy numbers here eventually, but see what we got here. Robert Franklin, Rangers on the money line. All right. I'm probably gonna go Rangers run line is what I was thinking. Here's Rays on the run line though for Tariq. Thank you, Nuke. Smash it, like it, pass it around. All right, Rangers money line or under. I think the price. Let me see what this run line is. I kind of want to take the Rangers here actually in this one. Rangers minus 1.5 plus 125. Sign me up. I'm going to take the Rangers on the run line here today. Give me the Rangers on the run line as my free pick. Gorky bringing some tennis here, I believe, to us. All right, let's move on here. The Reds are taking on the Brewers here. You got Brady Singer going up against Rodriguez here in this one. Lots of Rodriguez's out there. Wait a minute here. Is there multiple Rod? Yeah, there is. You've got Eduardo. We talked about Eduardo on the Diamondbacks earlier, and this is Elvin Rodriguez here. He came over from he was with the Swallows last season, I believe. They're in Japan, so he comes back to the Brewers. He was on. You might remember he was on Tampa Bay. He was on Tigers originally. I think it was his first team. The Angels maybe was his first team. But this is Elvin Rodriguez for the Brewers. But you got to keep your E Rodriguez straight. You got to keep your um, uh, Castillos, right? Your Luis Castillos. You got one. You got one that's good, one that came from Japan. All right, let's go with this one here with the Reds and the Brewers today. Reds come in 2-6 right now. Brewers were 0-4. Now they're 4-4. They've definitely looked good here, winning the first two games from Cincinnati. Cincinnati with this offense, definitely some, definitely suspect here a little bit so far with this Reds team. They come in averaging 3.3 runs per game. They've gotten good pitching, allowing just 2.9 runs per game so far, but all of a sudden the Reds have lost 4 in a row coming in. Elvin Rodriguez does have an ERA of 9 in that first start. They lost his first game, 1.7 the whip, and a 333 batting average against. So he's had some rough numbers here, but Brewers are 4-1 at home, and the Reds are 1-4 as an underdog so far this season. So let's see what you got here with these two in this matchup. Important series here early on for these two. You don't want to let the Reds don't want to see them get away a little bit, but right now the Reds are in a little bit of a funk, and the Brewers, well, they've kind of come back here a little bit. Let's see what you got in this one. Let's go to the chat. And Gorky with his tennis action today. And Thomas is on the Reds. Spoon says, I like Cincinnati to bounce back and get this one today with Singer. And Big O is already cashing bets in soccer today. It must be was it that Crystal Palace game there with the Brighton? Is that what it was? Or was it the Spanish matchup? Okay, here we go with me in this one between Cincinnati and Milwaukee here today. Oh, here we go. Let's see here. Twisted says Reds are not. He's not betting the Reds. That's all. Okay, I feel you. I feel you there in that one. So let's see here for me. I might have a tough decision here to make. Actually, my numbers are saying one thing. I've got to go over in this one with Cincinnati and Milwaukee. I'm going to trust my numbers early on here with these two and go over in this one. It is 8.5. I think it's actually gone up a little bit. I have 8.5 under 20. Oh no, wow, it's actually gone to some 8s here. Okay, we'll leave it at 8.5 under 25. I'll go over here in this one. All right. Twisted said, leaning the Reds. Fernando on the Reds. Ken Mizrahi here today. He says he'd like a little more weather if I could. Oh, that sounds like a good idea, probably, especially in April. How about that Rockies game yesterday? Imagine trying to hit that pitch there and it's snowing, right? We saw yesterday in Colorado was snowing there in the 9th inning there. So look, some of these don't need updates. I guess games like in Milwaukee, you could use some updates of the weather for sure in some of these northern cities here to start this season. So I'll see if I can't remember to do it and get the weather out there a little bit. Of course, in Milwaukee, you don't have to worry about it. Okay, here, Irish King. Thank you. That is funny, Spoons. All right, nothing much from you guys, Hope. I'll take the over in this one. Hey, the Blue Jays are taking on the Mets once again. You've got the Mets here in this one. Griffin Canning on the hill for the Mets. Chris Bassett comes in for Toronto. Toronto's 5-3 right now. They did have their winning streak snapped in the season opener. The Mets home opener here, 5-0 yesterday, as the Mets were able to get it done with a shutout of the Blue Jays. Hey, we did have the winner here with the Mets. You guys had them. I had them as well. Team Steam had the Mets in that opener here in this one. And Temperatures in the mid 40s here. This one definitely has some possibilities of some rain here. 15% chance that this one doesn't even make it all the way through, as there's supposed to be precipitation throughout here. I think during the middle of the game is the most treacherous, it feels like. Wind blowing in from right field, maybe under 10 miles an hour coming in. For Chris Bassett here, he does have a 1.5 ERA. Toronto won his first start. For the Mets, they lost Griffin Canning's first start. 3.18 ERA, a 1.05 the whip, 210 batting average so far in the season. Griffin Canning here is favored with these Mets, $1.30 right now, maybe down to $1.25, 7.5. Maybe juice to the over a little bit at minus 115. Let's call it minus 120. We better update it. Definitely feels like a move here a little bit to the over. And the current price is, I'd say, mostly $1.25 right now. We can go to the chat and see what you have in this one between the Blue Jays and the Mets interleague action here today from New York. And I'm going to the chat here in this one. For the last 5 meetings between these two teams here in New York have gone under. And we've got Charles Sharp on the Blue Jays. Thomas is on the Blue Jays. Ken says Jays team total over. Irish King on the Mets here in this one. All right, a little bit of two-way action here, it feels like, between Toronto and the Mets here today. And for me, I'm going to end up on the over here in this one with Toronto and the Mets. Give me the over. All right. And Twisted may like the Blue Jays here. Next up, the Marlins taking on the Braves. You got Cal Quantrill going here for Miami, and A.J. Smith-Shawver for the Braves. The Braves are just 1-7, but they won. They won. And maybe they can be that first team ever to make the playoffs after starting the season 0-7, but they're going to have to start getting some wins here. They got the win yesterday, 10-0 over Miami. We had the Braves on the run line yesterday in that one. So Braves were able to get off the snide there a little bit. For Miami, that was their first game on the road this season. They are 4-4 so far. For Quantrill here, a 13.5 ERA. He got roughed up for sure in that first start. For Smith-Shawver, 4.5 ERA. They lost his first start of the season as well coming in. Marlins here averaging 3.6 runs per game. Braves averaging just 3 runs per game so far this season, with Braves a big favorite here at 225 or so, maybe even a little higher. Starting to see some of the square books up to 250 on some widely reported steam. Total here is 8.5 over here. This total has gone up nearly a half a run so far. So let's see what you have. There's some pressure to the over here for sure this morning between the Braves and the Marlins. Let's go to the chat here and see what you guys have in this one. All right, we've got Thomas is on the Braves. Fernando says it's time to ride with the Braves. Here's Braves run line for Twisted. Running it back, he says, I'm on it too. Take the Braves on the run line today. Give them to me. Braves run line over Miami. They won 10-0 yesterday. And Doge is going to do it too. Probably should be a premium here. Like I said, the price is going up pretty dramatically. In fact, to lay this Braves run line right now, you got to lay $1.25. But I'm going to do it. All right, we're cruising along here in Major League Baseball. We still got a lot to go here on the morning steam show. How about the Athletics taking on the Rockies here in this one? The A's, JP Sears on the road, a favorite following the win yesterday over Colorado. They got it done in extra innings. Both teams were having losing streaks coming in, but Braves were able to get the win 6-3 in extra innings yesterday to snap their losing streak. Meanwhile, Colorado certainly coming in here in a little bit of a funk right now, having lost 5 in a row. They have a 1-6 record overall. Do the Rockies here? They of course got swept by Philly. They're not scoring very many runs, that's for sure. Colorado averaging so far just 2 runs a game. The A's are averaging 3.6 runs per game. That's pretty good for them. Rockies are 1-5-1 to the under so far. Sears a 2.7 ERA. Marquez pitched well in his first outing of the season, but the Rockies did lose that game. So let's see what you've got maybe here between the Athletics and the Rockies. Athletics have won 6 of the last 8 trips here into Colorado. And for last, let's see. Yeah, let's just leave it at that. Let's go to the chat. See what you got here in this one. We're reaching halftime of these EPL games right now. And let's see, Big O, do we just start betting the Braves? Their lineup here is a little bit shaky right now, not healthy, it feels like. Braves was too easy yesterday. Thomas is on the A's. Jermaine is on the A's. We're talking about that A's game here against Colorado. Fernando's on the A's. Everyone loves the A's today to keep it going here against Colorado. Wow, that almost feels like a very consensus-y here in this one today, doesn't it? All right. I'm going to do it too, I think. I'm going to go with the A's here today. Give me the A's over Colorado to win again. The swinging A's. Now, like I did say yesterday, and it's true, I did take the A's in a futures bet. Took them to win the division. Probably not the smartest play. They're probably not, but I just don't know if, Seattle and Texas obviously off to a great start. The A's are not any good. I just took the odds basically in that one and figured they can kind of, maybe they can get a little bit of a turnaround with their momentum a little bit. Look good early on, but probably just burn some money there a little bit. Oh, Ken says, what is the weather like today? There's no wind in Coors today. In fact, it's not going to snow today is what they're telling me. No snow today. Temperatures in the mid to low 40s here as the day goes along. Basically no wind today. Thomas says the A's are a consensus play. I agree with the consensus here. And here we go. Spoons is on Colorado, though. It says that Sears doesn't keep the ball on the ground enough. All right. And let's see here. Maybe Tariq says go with the under here. Ken likes the under in this one. And I'm going to take the A's. I had the A's yesterday as one of my high roller premiums. So, okay, let's go on here right now. We've got the Mariners and the Rays. In this one, you've got Miller to make the start here after yesterday. He got scratched, of course, in the game yesterday. He's had some issues with a blister. I don't know what the deal was yesterday. You guys, that he got pushed back a day, and they ended up changing starters. But Robbie Ray here for the Giants coming into this one. For Miller, we talked about him yesterday a little bit, I think, because I don't think he was scratched at the time, right? I'm trying to remember if we had I guess we were just still on the air, right, when they announced Luis F. Castillo there yesterday. So anyways, for Ray, 5.06 ERA for Ray. The Giants did win in Ray's first start. He's got a .75 whip coming in so far in this one. Rays, Rays. The Giants here favored $1.30, 7.5, maybe shaded to the under at -115. The Giants are on a roll. Imagine being the Giants right now. You're 6-1. Hey, you're only a game out of first place here. The Giants, right? So you got the Dodgers are 8-1, the Padres are 7-1, and the Giants are 6-1. I think the best team in the best league, the best division in baseball. I think it's the National League West, don't you? Don't forget about Arizona. Also off to an okay start at 5-3. We know Colorado sucks, but for let's go to the chat maybe in this matchup, and we're almost done with the baseball segment. 10 of the last 14 meetings between these two teams have gone over, including 7 of the last 9 meetings between the two here in San Francisco. And we'll see what you guys have in this one with Seattle and San Francisco. The widely reported steam did come in on the over here in this one. And let's check it out for Kenny, see what's going on in the Bay Area tonight. We saw those balls flying out there a little bit towards the Bay last night. Wind blowing out here to left, 6 miles an hour here today. Temperatures in the mid-50s, but it did seem like even though there were some foul balls, it really was traveling over there into the McCovey Cove a little bit. Thomas is on San Francisco. Fernando has a lean to the Mariners. And maybe a Nerfy here for Teresa. Twisted likes the Mariners and the over here in this one.
Final.
This one's at 9 Eastern and 6 Pacific here today. And let's see here for me. I'm going to take the Seattle Mariners on the road. I took them yesterday and won, right? So I'm going to come back on them here today and take Seattle. Twisted's on Seattle. Tariq is on the Giants here. Oh, they end up losing that game, didn't they? Yeah, it was the Giants won it yesterday, right? Didn't I say the final score? Oh yeah, 10-9. See, Mariners played well. They kept taking back the lead. I took the Mariners yesterday. I lost, so I'm gonna try them here though. I'm gonna try the Mariners today. Teresa's on Seattle as well. Okay. All right, one more in the major leagues, man. Let's go. It's already 11 o'clock here. The Guardians are taking on the Angels in this one. Look, this is one again yesterday. You guys were on Team Steam consensus like the Angels yesterday. I couldn't do it with you. I pivoted and went with the over. I had the winner there yesterday in this one with the Guardians and the Angels. Let's see how it goes today with Tanner Bybee coming in. He pitched well in his first start. He's 1-0. No runs allowed so far.
Final.
111 batting average, 125 BABIP coming in for Kokonowitz in this one. He's got a 3 ERA, .66 the whip, 190 batting average against, and a 188 BABIP. The widely reported steam did come in on the over here in this one. No doubt so far it's been a little bit of a struggle for Cleveland. They're 3-4. Angels, a little bit of a surprise. 4-3, although they have lost 2 straight, including yesterday's 8-6 loss here in this one. Cleveland got swept by the Padres, but were able to come up here at the Angels and get that win. So I think we've got a
final.
I thought we had a goal there. All right. Let's see what you guys have, though, in this one with Bybee and Kokonowitz. Here, Cleveland's won 4 of the last 5 meetings between these two teams here at Anaheim. Although, let's see, Cleveland's actually won 6 straight meetings overall between the two, dating back to last season. Let's go to the chat, and baseball's done here for the day. Maybe Doge is on the over here. Thomas is on his Guardians. And Doge says, I'm going against the Angels, no doubt. Tariq is on Cleveland here. And Jermaine, team total over here. Guardians run line. All right. Man, okay. You guys like Cleveland in this game. I don't know if it's a consensus. I might have to pivot here. Look, I liked Cleveland yesterday. You guys were on Anaheim. I kind of want to come back tonight. Let me. I'm gonna.
Final.
Let's see
Final.
here.
Final.
Lots of finals. Lots of soccer finals coming in here. All right. Nothing from you guys here that feels like right now. Give me the over. Give me the over for now with Cleveland and the Angels tonight. Saw a bunch of runs there, obviously, yesterday with the 14 runs. I'll try the over again. That's it for baseball. All right. Thanks, you guys. Let's go quickly to the NBA. There are 5 games here in the NBA, and we'll get started right now with the Knicks and the Hawks here in this one. We got this one's the only day late after or early afternoon game, I should say. Let me get comfortable here with the Hawks, an underdog. Knicks are favored by 3.5. The total 237 here in this one. And see what you guys want to do here in the NBA today. And I think every game involves some playoff bound teams. So we're going to kind of cover them all here right now. We know the Knicks are pretty much solidified. It feels like in that number 3 spot. Atlanta still battling, trying to catch Orlando for the 7 spot, trying to stay ahead of Miami for the 8 spot right now. So that's where Atlanta sits. Number 8 currently. In the standings coming in. So a lot has to do a little bit with motivation as well, right? What do the Knicks truly have to play for here? It feels like where Atlanta, they're in the playoffs. Their situation feels a little bit more like they can control things, maybe can move up a little bit, move up one more. They can really only move up one more spot. Meanwhile, the Knicks, I don't think they're going to slip or fall or go anywhere. I think they're going to be right there in the Eastern Conference in the number 3 slot. I don't think they can blow it from here. We're right now at the mostly 6 games left on average for most of the teams. So, yeah, you could lose them all and the Pacers could win, but these are all good teams that are going to win at least probably half their games, heading to the end of the season.
Final.
So I feel like the, Hawks kind of have the a little bit more realistic motivation compared to the Knicks, to be honest. So, but let's see here. It doesn't mean I'm necessarily going to take them here in this one. We'll see what you got. Widely reported steam did come in on the over here in this one. So let's see anything from the chat. Knicks money line and under for Doge here in this matchup. Okay, I kind of I'm going to take the over in this one, not to go against my man Doge, because we know Doge just doing a great job making everything so efficient. I'll take the over with the Knicks and the Hawks here. I don't expect a lot of intensity in this one. The 2 teams met back in February, and the final score was 149 to 148. Give me the over here with the Knicks and the Hawks. That probably went overtime, though. I'm trying to remember now. Okay, here, Knicks team total over for Tariq. We've got the Timberwolves taking on the Sixers. We're moving into the real night card here right now with the Timberwolves, 45-32. The Sixers, pretty bad. Can't win, can't cover. It's been a disaster here late for the Sixers. It seems like they're not even coming close in any of these games right now. And Minnesota, it does seem like they are kind of winning these games a little bit, even with these big spreads coming in here right now. But we'll see what you guys have here with Minnesota and Philadelphia is still tough to cover no matter what, right? Even against some of these teams, 15 points.
Final.
Minnesota is definitely needs to win. They're on the cusp of the playoffs, or the play-in, I should say. They're in the playoffs. We know that. But they're trying to move up into the top 6. They're tied technically with Memphis, although I think Memphis does have the tiebreaker on them a little bit. The Timberwolves, they could still move as high as 6th, 5th. That seems realistic. I don't know if they can quite get to the Lakers, trailing by a game and a half there right now, and the Nuggets by 2 games. But again, it would be
Final.
better to come, get into 6th place. Right now they're in 7th place. So there is motivation there. Anthony Edwards did turn his ankle the other night. So he is probable in this game. Lowry is out for the Sixers. Yabusele probable. Walker probable. Oubre probable here. So still, Sixers aren't covering anything right now, but this line is actually up to 16 and 225. All right, there we go.
Final.
So Sixers are not even coming close in some of these games, but probably just go to the total here. Well, let's see what you got. Anything here? Teresa, a little bit of teaser action, it seems like there. Doge says Edwards will get over his 3.5 threes. Yeah, he's probable to go there. He left the game. He did come back after spraining his ankle there. I believe he returned to the game. Okay, I'm going to go with my premium pick here.
Final.
Because no, I'm gonna go with my premium pick here. Give me the over here. I don't think I could play this spread as a premium, or maybe I should do the spread on the show, but I'm not sure that I'm even confident right now. The Sixers haven't covered anything at any price, at any number here over the last couple of weeks, but 16 now is starting to get into that because it's going to end up right there probably. Give me the over. All right. They should forfeit the season. Yep. Okay, here we go. Grizzlies and Pistons in this one. This one looks interesting, right? With the Pistons here, an underdog. In fact, it's moved to 2.5 now, and 240.5. You might say, well, wait a minute, man. The Grizzlies have been really playing poorly down the stretch here. And the Pistons have been hot, and they just clinched the playoff. Well, that's the problem. The Pistons have clinched the playoffs, and basically they partied. They partied last night. This has been a huge turnaround for the Pistons, and it's been a good situation overall. And it does feel like tonight the Pistons might be just maybe not really too interested here in this one. Not only did they clinch, but they're in the top 6, right? They're not going to fall out of the top 6. They could pass the Bucks, but because they're tied with the same record, but they've already admitted they were busy celebrating last night here. Even the coach said, even Coach Pick said, we're going to take a moment and celebrate this. So let's try Memphis today here to win on the road. Hey, make no mistake, for Memphis here, we know that they are in the playoffs, and they're in that battle with Golden State, with Minnesota. They're in 6th place right now, and that's where you want to be. So a little bit of motivation here for Memphis for sure. Detroit, they're going to be a bit hungover, so take Memphis tonight. I got to recommend Memphis. Sixers is what Ken meant there. Okay. Not much from you guys on these NBA games for, down the stretch here. Bucks are a favorite on the road against Miami. The red-hot Miami Heat here for sure. They put it all back together right now. And good thing they're in the playoffs. We know that, and they're battling for those positions as well. They're down to the Hawks by a game and a half. They only lead the Bulls by a half a game or so. The Bucks, like I said, they're tied with the Pistons. They have some motivation as well. Bucks favored here by no, I'm sorry, the Heat are favored now. Look at that. That should tell you right there. Let's move the Heat to the favorite by 1.5. And the total is down here to 213.5. And it does seem like these moves on these unders have been pretty solid, but we did take an over yesterday and won on one of those under moves. What game was that? The Orlando game? Yesterday? Yeah, I had the over. Oh, it was the Sacramento Charlotte game. Okay, let's though talk about this one with Milwaukee and Miami. Give me your pick here, maybe in this one between these two teams, and the Heat favored now here by 1.5. The steam came in on Miami. The steam came in on the over here in this one. Miami's on fire here of late with a string of wins. Now they did lose their last game, Miami to Memphis, but Miami got the money. Remember, we were on them at home. Milwaukee, meanwhile, 2-game winning streak over weak sisters Philadelphia and Phoenix. They did get those wins here. The motivation is there for kind of both teams, given their current position. So should be a relatively competitive situation, it feels like, here tonight. Let's see what you guys have in this one. And anything? Here we go. Oh, Caps is here. And he said, Jermaine says, you still taking the Grizzlies against these teams? Yeah. Today, Jermaine, I am, because they said Detroit was partying long into the night yesterday. All right, give me the Heat in this one. I feel like it's a premium. I'm not sure on the total here. Maybe these are my best plays in the NBA on the show today. Truth Teller specials here, giving out my best plays. All right, one more here tonight, NBA. It's the Mavs and the Clippers. Clippers on fire at this point, getting wins, getting covers, no doubt. Dallas has failed to cover in 3 straight games. They did get blown out by the Clippers 119 to 1. Oh, no, let's get the score right last night. As these two teams are playing for the second straight night. Clippers won. We did have the Clippers last night laying those big points. We also went with the under yesterday and had the winner. It was 114 to
System play.
114 to 91. Got the yawns here a little bit, you guys. So can Dallas focus in here and get this money against the Clippers? Clippers have been covering like nobody's business here of late. They've gone 8-10. 8-2 in the last 10 games have the Clippers right now, pretty hot against the number. They've won 10 of their last 11 at home, 5-1 against the spread in their last 6 games. Dallas just 6-13 against the spread in their last 19 games. This spread yesterday was kind of the same at 8, and it ended up going to 10.5. It hasn't quite moved here yet, but with Dallas and Anthony Davis here maybe questionable. That's why the spread kind of went up yesterday. So maybe you got to wait on this one a little bit here. Could Dallas find a way to stay competitive here in this game? Look, it's not Dallas is in the playoffs at this point. They have not clinched yet, but they are the next team to clinch if they could do it. They do have a 2.5 game lead over Phoenix right now to stay in the playoffs. So looking pretty good. Dallas does have motivation here, whereas the Clippers, they're in the playoffs and they could still get into the top 6, so they have motivation as well. Clippers are covering a lot of numbers here of late. But again, sometimes you might say it's tough, right? On the back to back when you've got, you just played the same team. So could Dallas bounce back? Kind of want to take Dallas here. I'm going to try Dallas. I know the Clippers, if Davis is in, I think Dallas can get this cover. Give me the Mavs in this one. All right. Thomas went with the Heat. Thomas went with the Clippers. Doge went with the under. That's it for the basketball. So let's go to hockey. We've got a big card, not a lot of time to do it. Might be just picks here because, we know a lot of the situations here in hockey. We're coming down to the last 6 games or so with these teams as well. And we know, who's in, who's out in some of these now that I've squared away my standings board over here. That's the problem. I got away from my little standings board this season, and we should have kept a better eye on it because we know right now in the East, Ottawa and Montreal are the teams in, but they still have a host of teams still in contention here. Actually, I don't think any of the teams have technically been eliminated, but it's going to be hard. Really, the only teams with a realistic shot, Rangers, Blue Jackets, Red Wings, and Islanders trying to catch the Canadiens at this point. Over in the West, St. Louis and Minnesota feels like they're in as the wild card teams, but you still have Calgary, Vancouver, and Utah with a shot to catch them. So let's go with the games here tonight with the Rangers taking on the Devils. Or day game here at 12:30 Eastern. 9. This game starts in an hour and 15 minutes right now with the Rangers taking on the Devils here in this one. The playoff situation for these two, like I said, the Rangers are desperate. They are 2 points behind the Canadiens coming into this one. The Devils are assured, feels like their spot right now in the Metro in third place, pretty much right there right now, and probably will get that. But let's see here. Devils $1.20. Maybe $1.25, 5.5 over at -115. Devils won back-to-back games against Minnesota coming in. Rangers also beat Minnesota last time out. They've won a couple of games in a row here right now. Let's go to you guys. Like I said, we're not going to spend too much time on this as far as the hockey here because the schedule's so big. So let's see what you got. And I'll whip through these pretty good here. All right. And, Doge is talking Frozen 4 today. So should be awesome today with the Frozen 4. We didn't, I really didn't set to preview those Frozen 4 games. We got Western Michigan against Denver, BU. That's not today, though, is it?
Critical notice.
But he did say Western Michigan, so we'll go with it. I think it's in a couple days, though. Sausage McMuffins. Oh, Doge, don't do that. I'm going to have to go get some sausage McMuffins now to get the day started. All right, I better go with the matchups here with the Rangers and the Devils here today. The widely reported steam did come in on the Devils here, and I think that's what I'm going to prefer. Give me the Devils here in this one. Not much from you guys in the hockey, it feels like today already, so it'll be a pretty fast segment. Florida on the road here, a 3-game losing streak right now for the Panthers. Ottawa's lost 2 of 3 coming in, but Ottawa, like I said, feels pretty secure for Ottawa here right now. Florida, they're battling in the Atlantic, certainly with the Leafs. The Leafs have clinched the playoffs, certainly. Florida in third place in the Atlantic right now, but feels like they're well secured. They can battle with Tampa Bay for the number 2 spot in the East coming in. So let's see what you got here. Maybe we'll look at some of the trends for these two and the goalies as well, but
Critical notice.
not seeing a lot from you guys necessarily
Critical
here
notice.
with the hockey today. So, oh, here comes some comments. Maybe I'm broken. Here is Lego World is liking the Senators here in this one. Thank you. Doge says Florida owns Ottawa coming in. Florida's won 6 of the last 7 meetings between these two teams overall. 5 of the last 6 meetings have gone under. Senators win. Florida's coasting into the playoffs. Philly Eagle Flyer likes the under. There's O-Caps with some of his plays today. Thank you. Their plays, O-Caps. Thank you. Thank you. And Philly Eagle Flyer might be on the draw and the under here. I think I could probably get behind that a little bit. And we are seeing some postponements in college baseball. Talking about the weather, we are seeing some postponements in college baseball today for sure. So, all right. Florida and Ottawa. I'm going to take the under here in this one with Florida and Ottawa. Give me the under. All right. Next up, Penguins taking on the Stars here in this one. And like I said, these Eastern Conference teams are technically still alive, but Pittsburgh would have to win them all and get a lot of help. For the Stars here, they come in, relatively good position right now, second place in the Central behind Winnipeg. Probably feels like they'll come in second place in the division here. So maybe the Stars a little bit, not saying Pittsburgh's going to do anything. Stars are hot. Stars are red hot, and that's so they're a $3 favorite here right now in this one. Lots of postponements in college baseball here today, so don't expect much in that. So, okay, Pittsburgh and Dallas. Dallas here, $3 favorite in this one. Dallas has won 6 of the last 7 meetings between these two teams overall. 7 of the last 8 meetings between these two teams have gone under, including 5 in a row coming into this one. So let's see what you have here. Dallas, I'm not saying they're complacent. This is a big number. You can get Pittsburgh at plus 1.5. I don't know if you can do it. I might do it here actually in this game. Pittsburgh plus 1.5 at minus 115. I kind of wanted to take Pittsburgh on the puck line actually today. I don't think anybody's going to want Pittsburgh here, but I kind of wanted them. Okay, let's see here. The Lego World is doing it. See, I knew it. Lego World says right here, Stars puck line though for Doge. Stars are hot, man, but I kind of want to. I'm going to take Pittsburgh on the puck line today. Here, a little bit contrarian, maybe. I don't think anybody's going to want Pittsburgh. The widely reported steam actually came on Pittsburgh, but it's still a Dallas. Yeah, look at that price. See, I knew it. It's not $3 anymore. It's down to like $270 looks like the highest price here now. And we'll just call it $265 and 6.5 under or 6 over. I'm taking Pittsburgh today. I'm going to try to get cute here a little bit and take Pittsburgh plus 1.5 goals. Lego, no value. Lego World, you're a great poster, and I'm never, gonna single you out. I would actually say that the value is on Dallas today. They were minus $1. They got as high as minus $3, and at some spots you can find them as low as $2.45 right now. I believe I'm taking the wrong, taking Pitts. I think no value on Pittsburgh, but I'm still taking Pittsburgh. I think the value's on Dallas, the fact that you could save 35 cents or more here, it feels like. Okay, That's well, and my definition of value is not most people when they say value, they're just putting their opinion in it. They're saying, "Oh, the value is on this team because I like them." And that's fair because you're kind of predicting or you're trying to say the line should be this. I say value is when the line is moved in your face. Like I said, Dallas was minus 300. It's like going for the loaf of bread. It was $5, but now it's $3. That's good value. Okay, next up is the Ducks taking on the Canucks here. I don't give an Ux about this one. The Canucks are $1.80 in this game, 5.5 under, 5.5 over 20, it feels like right now with the Canucks. Maybe even a little bit higher. This one at 4 Eastern and 1 Pacific. Vancouver's lost 3 straight games coming into this one for Vancouver. Right now, they'd have to start winning them all for sure to catch anywhere with St. Louis and Minnesota here right now. So they got to go. It doesn't look like they're going to make it. The Ducks have been eliminated from the postseason. So Vancouver does have that overall motivation here, even though we know that Vancouver has been a better team on the road. It feels like for sure. I'm taking Vancouver today. I'm taking them on the puck line. I think they will be able to knock off these Ducks. I'm going to try them here for sure. Give me Vancouver on the puck line. Canucks in regulation here for Jermaine. All right. And look, we're going kind of quickly here. Oilers and Kings in this one. Now we've seen, man, Draisaitl came back. He led them to victory. Draisaitl left the ice again. Looks like Draisaitl here. That was great. He was able to come back, lead kind of Edmonton there. But right now, to me, you've got to say that Draisaitl, he's out tonight. For sure. So they're missing their stars again here. The Kings, if anything, what's my motivation if you're the Kings? Well, you could still catch the Golden Knights. The Kings actually haven't even, I don't think, clinched their official playoff berth yet. They are 2 games ahead of the Oilers. They're in pretty good position here with this matchup right now at $1.75 or so, it feels like here in this one. I've got to take the Kings here. Look, talk about value, right? I don't know if this is necessarily value here, but without Draisaitl in the lineup here, I don't know. It just feels like it's a tough situation, but maybe they could stay within a goal. And not only that, I probably have Picard starting here in this one. You do, for sure. He's been confirmed as the goalie here. Now, he looked good against San Jose, but he was against San Jose. So I'm going to try the Kings here, and I'm going to lay him on the puck line. Give me the Kings to win comfortably over Edmonton tonight. All right. Oh, Abel, I love it with my Las Vegas lights. Yes. How about it? Abel here talking USL soccer. Thank you, Abel. I love that you've been able to come in here, mention my Las Vegas lights. I'll probably be able to tune into this one here tonight in their matchup. That's cool that you mentioned that game. That's really cool. I was seeing I could find the line here on the game, but we got to go. We got to keep the show moving. Thank you, though, Abel. All right. And, Kings are money at home for sure. Abel's got his West parlay here.
Final.
Thank you.
Final.
And Abel. All right. Okay, so let's move on, though. Lightning and the Sabres here tonight in this one. So for the Lightning here, like I said, so even the Sabres aren't done, but again, they would need to win them all. We're starting to get these East teams eliminated here in the next day or two for sure as they kind of slide down. For the Lightning, though, like I said, battling here with Florida for second place. They could still even finish first here in the Atlantic in this one. So let's take a look though here. Sabres, 32 and 30. They've actually passed Boston here with this recent surge. Sabres have been on a little bit of a roll here. Tampa actually lost their last game to Ottawa the other night. And we'll see here what you think. Sabres, though, got to see the writing on the wall that they're pretty much going to be toast here now here for the end of the season. But Tampa Bay has won 12 of the last 17 meetings here in Buffalo. And Buffalo, though, they've been hot at home, despite the fact that they're probably toast. They have won 10 of their last 12 games at home overall. They've done a nice job despite pretty much being doomed here for the rest of the season. So let's see what you got here. They do have trouble against the Lightning, no doubt, but they've shown some life despite the fact that their season pretty much is over. So we'll see. Give me your opinion here on this one between Tampa Bay and
Final.
Buffalo tonight. I'm going to take the over in this one with Tampa Bay and Buffalo. And give me the over here in this one. I think West Ham has just scored here. Crystal Palace 2-1. West Ham 2-1 over Bournemouth. Yeah, Sabres are scoring, no doubt about it. And I think that's probably bad news for them. They'll probably they may lose a high-scoring game actually here. But all right, Avalanche here. I'm going quick here. We're going to finish this up. Avalanche and the Blues. This is actually probably should spend a moment on this one, right? You've got the Avs here, a favorite on the road against a team in the blue. Oops, we got a typo there. We know it's the Blues, not the Maple Leafs. Sorry about that. Had the right goalie. But anyway, for the Blues, we know they're on this 11-game winning streak right now. So please take note of this, right, and see what to do with this one. Avalanche, favored here in this one. And look, if anything, for the Avalanche right now, they're teetering there a little bit in the West. They're in third place currently in the Central Division. They have clinched a playoff berth here, no doubt. They're probably going to end up right there. So they don't really have a lot of motivation. The Blues, meanwhile, they're in number one in the wild card. They're looking pretty good. I think they've made going to make the playoffs for sure. I don't think they're going to choke this at all. But can they win again here and keep this incredible winning streak going for the St. Louis Blues here? Keep all this momentum going right now with this 11-game. Is it 11? Is it 10? I don't even know how many it is anymore. They've been winning all these games in a row. So will they do it again here tonight? Why wouldn't they? Let's see what you have. I mean, they got to lose sometime, and I don't know, maybe this would be the game that they could lose. What do you got here in this one? I'm taking the Blues. Look, I want to do them as a premium, but this is too fun. Give me the Blues to win again. They're a dog. Let's take them. Come on, this is great. Look, even the revenge angle mentioned here in the chat because the Blues won 2-1. I think that's what Avs Moneyline Revenge game right there. They just played about a week ago. It was 2-1. The Blues have actually won the last two meetings between the two. Abel's talking a little soccer there as well. Give me the Blues today in this one. Flyers and Canadians tonight. Talk about a game we could have probably skipped here. Look, we're not making fun of the Canadians are in, baby. They're going to go to the playoffs. They got to hold on. They're 2 points ahead of the Rangers. It's a big game for them. The Flyers, another team technically still in it, but come on, not really here. So what do you like here in this one with the Canadians at home against these Flyers? Both teams have won 3 in a row. Coming in, so feels like too little too late for the Flyers right now, though, for sure. So we'll see, but Montreal, that's a pretty big price, $1.70. I mean, who wants to lay that kind of price? Well, I'm seeing it is down to $1.65 or lower here. in this one. I'll probably still take them. I'll just do it on the show here. Maybe I might like the total. I need some premiums. So give me the Montreal Canadiens here on the money line today, just on the money line. I'm going to take Montreal. I think their motivation to stay within the playoff chase. Philadelphia has got to take a long look in the mirror at some point and say, look, I don't think we can really pull this off. I mean, we've got to pass a bunch of teams here. They'd have to win every game, and everybody else would almost have to lose. So I'll take Montreal. I'll try Montreal here. All right, we're almost done here. Blue Jackets. There are the Maple Leafs with a $2 price tag in this one. And yeah, they're at home. Columbus needs to win if they want to stay alive here in the playoffs. The Leafs are in first place in the Atlantic. They need to hold off those top two teams to remain there. So there's motivation for sure for the Leafs. We know the Jackets not great on the road. They're much better at home for sure. But man, they might have a little bit stronger motivation than Toronto. But we'll see. What do you guys think here in this one with Columbus? Could they maybe hang in there today and get this puck line? I'm going to take them, actually. I'm going to take Columbus on the puck line today. Lego World might be going over here, and I don't know if I'm agreeing with that. Give me Columbus here, though, on the puck line today. I'm going to try them on the road. Don't try this at home, as Wolves have just tied the game up here in the 73rd minute against Ipswich, leaving the defenders shaking their head. All right, I'm trying Columbus here in the game against Toronto. Feels a little contrarian here. Columbus, though, they've actually been very, very strong in this series. In fact, the Blue Jackets have gotten the better of the Maple Leafs for sure. They've won 4 out of the last 5 meetings between the two teams. And also, the Blue Jackets have somehow found a way to win 40 of the last 20 times at Toronto. So they've had some success for sure against this club. They've also won 3 straight over them here, including both meetings so far this season. Okay.
Steam play.
Let's go here and finish up the hockey with the Jets and Utah. We've been rolling in hockey, so hopefully we keep it going. All right, Jets here, though, and Utah. The widely reported steam did come in on Utah in this one. Utah, they're down. Let's see. Jets are like about $1.15 or $1.20. That's value for sure here on the Jets, if that's what you prefer. Total 5.5 under 15 here right now in this matchup. Winnipeg's won 12 of the last 13 meetings between these two teams, and now kind of getting a big old discount on them. Now, remember, they were the Coyotes, but still kind of the same general roster here a little bit over the last couple of years or so. But what's the motivation here for the Winnipeg Jets coming in, right? They're 4 points clear of Dallas right now. I guess that's still enough motivation here to kind of keep things going. For Utah, they're the last team still alive in the West for the playoffs here. But maybe they could do this, but still Winnipeg feels like the much better team in a series that they have owned between the two. So I'm going to take the Winnipeg Jets here on the road to do it one more time. Utah will have that ultimate motivation as they try to remain barely alive in the playoffs. But all right, there's Lego World on the Jets. Jets, here's the thing for the Jets coming into this matchup here with Winnipeg right now. Jets have been, winning. They won over VGK 4-0 last time out. Utah, an awful loss to LA. All right, couple more here. Hurricane. No, that's not right, is it? Yeah, Hurricanes and Bruins. We're into the evening card here. A lot of these games ended up starting here at the same time. All these games, hockey night tonight. Hurricanes 250, up to 250 for the Hurricanes against the Bruins. 250, 5.5 over 20 or so. It feels like right now. So, pretty big price here. That is no value, right? If we're talking about the value meter, the value is not on the Hurricanes here in this matchup against Boston. It feels like for sure, but I'm going to take the under here in this one with the Hurricanes and Boston. Uh, Here. I'm not sure about the side actually in this one. I think the price is through the roof. I don't know if I can get behind that right now. We'll see here, but I'm going to take the uh, under in this matchup between Carolina and Boston here tonight. I think if you look at the two teams overall, Carolina's gone under in 9 of their last 13 games on the road. 4 of the last 5 meetings between these two teams have gone under. Boston's won 13 of their last 18 against Carolina at home. But again, Boston, just about eliminated. They're now in last place in the East here. They'd have to win them all, and everybody else would have to lose pretty much. So for Carolina, they're in the playoffs for sure. Probably locked right in second place in the Metro. All right, Canes should win. Like we want to take the Bruins, but that's what I'm saying. Like world, you're talking about the values on the Bruins, but still hard to pull the trigger, right? Last game of the night. We're skipping the Kraken and the Sharks. You know what? I don't have a graphic. Under in the Kraken and the Sharks. Let me look at it here real quick. I know I'm on the under in that game. I was just going to bet it, but I'll give it, if you're looking for a play, right? I'm on the under in the Kraken and the Sharks tonight. No graphic. Those teams are definitely eliminated. Okay, VGK going up against Calgary, though. This one does have meaning for sure tonight with the VGK certainly right now in position first place. They've clinched. They're 3 points ahead of the Kings. Calgary, they're kind of maybe the last team with any hope to try to squeak into the playoffs here. They do trail Minnesota by 5 points coming in here into the last week and a half of the season here right now. And Calgary, you know what? I don't think they're in terrible position in this game necessarily. I think maybe they can. What's their puck line? It's probably minus $1.75, isn't it? The show's over, you guys. Thank you, everybody, for joining me. I'm just trying to look at this puck line here tonight. Maybe with Calgary, maybe they can win this game. They're plus $1.35 or so. Man, this one's. What do you guys have in the chat between Vegas? This is my least favorite game, it feels like here. Let me look at some trends here with these two. Vegas just 3-7 their last 10 trips here into Calgary. Give me the Calgary Flames to win one here. I'll try Calgary. They're probably the most desperate. They're probably the one team left that has a shot at the playoffs that are on the outside looking in, is what it feels like. They're 5 points behind the Wild. They're 3 points clear of the Canucks. So they're outside the wild card picture right now. I will take Calgary to win. Thanks, everybody. Do we have anything else to talk about here today on the morning? Okay, I got the Showboats and the Defenders here in UFL action here today. Defenders 7.5, 36.5 here. In this one, one thing we're seeing in the UFL once again, like these totals, they have that, that point conversion that they do. So yeah, you'd think maybe we'd get more points, but it feels like those point conversion plays are getting stuffed a little bit here. So in this one, Showboats and the Defenders today, 7.5, 36.5 here in this one in the UFL today. And I don't know if I really like the game on the side here with the 7.5. I kind of wanted to take the Showboats, but they don't look very good right now. And DC, 7.5 point favorite here. Give me the under in this one with the Showboats and the defenders. All right. Is that it for the morning steam? Are we going to do the contest drawing right now and see who's going to win? Thanks for joining me, everybody, here on the Morning Steam Show. Really appreciate it. Please join me over at winnable.com if you want more plays from me today. Check it out. Over at winnable.com, you can get my best plays over there, my premiums. Hopefully, I gave you a bunch of winners here just now, but you can still get more plays from me today. Please join me over at winnable.com/Ramon. I'll have my best plays over there at winnable.com. Truth teller may not like it, but this is how I get more plays to you. Truth teller does not like my plays. He does not want more plays. So if you want them, love you, Truth. All right. Then check me out over at winnable.com/Ramon. $19.95 a month, 56 cents a day if you want to keep me coming back here on the Sports Money Network. Also, join me and VB. Catch our preview today with the action here at get that football graphic off there, you guys. Catch the MMA preview today with me and VB. Also catch First Strike today with the guys, with Mike, with Mikey Money, with Jeff, and with Sub. They got their best plays for the card. Goes off at they'll be here at 5:45 Eastern, 2:45 Pacific today with the show, our companion show for UFC Vegas today. Make sure you join us. Thanks a lot, everybody. Let's do the drawing right now. The drawing is actually underway. I've got to get it over there and make sure we get it on the screen here. Here we go. Who's got it? Oh my God, you guys! I'm totally blowing the end of the show here right now. Oh my God, someone has won, and I've actually blown it. It's Thomas Lewis, everybody. No, it's Philly Eagle Flyer. Oh shit! All right, Philly Eagle Flyer won it. Said, thank you, everybody, for joining me here on the Morning Steam Show. We'll be back tomorrow, 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 Pacific, with more on the Sports Money Network. There we go. Now make sure you join us today for the companion coverage for UFC. All right, for the Sports Money Network, I'm Ramon Scott. So long.
It's gonna cover. That's gonna cash. We make the 100-yard dash to the window. I don't know what you thought. It's Ramon Scott running so hot. Sports make money and we make money with sports money every single day. NFL, NHL, NCAA. Stay away from the juice, we might play a parlay. It's the Morning Steam. What? Ramon Scott. Sports money. What? Wake your ass up and let's get to